Welcome to the weekend edition. I'm Dr. Kingori. Now, everybody has been talking about the same eyewitness appearing on two different TV stations, giving an accounts that do not add up. If watching the same person on different TV stations and giving different accounts that do not make sense shocks you, then you haven't watched political analysts. This was not a witness, this was a misplaced political analyst. And looking at the events that have been taking place in this country lately, it's accurate to say that Kenya is an ongoing movie. We have interesting characters, we have romance, and we have cartoons. And that will be the focus of our show tonight. Tom and Jerry, Kanjona hawkers. They are always on the run, chasing each other since time immemorial. Running is actually a requirement to be a hawker in Nairobi. You have to be fit for office. Now, I know there are several types of hawkers, lakini leo tunaongelea hawkers who are H-A-W. Wale wa H-O-O is a subject for another day. Now, so hawkers, mobile supermarkets, the people who run this town, no pun intended. See, Nairobi Governor Mike Sonko was recently called out over the invasion of hawkers in the CBD. And people were not mad because the hawkers were taking over the streets of Nairobi. No. Everyone was just mad that it was affecting their walking style. Haungetembea Nairobi. Yes. Haungetembea Nairobi kama hujui kutipito. Junge kanyanga nyanya za watu. No one had a problem with the hawkers selling umbrellas on top of the traffic lights. In fact, if hawkers could fly, people would be fine. People just need where to walk. Skipping tomatoes is turning into a hazard. Okay, basi. Watu wametandika nyanya kila mahali. How do you expect this lady to go to work? This is even beyond doctors. That's why they say we treat, but heals is for the Lord. Now, I personally feel that treating hawkers as outcasts is hypocritical. First of all, nani hajawahi okolewa na hawkers? We all know the headquarters ya Slay Queens ni Ngara. Ama mnafikiria wakilemeona high heels wanatoanga wapi flat shoes? And leave alone that, hawkers are multi-talented. Some of the biggest hit songs we have had in Kenya have been done by hawkers. Otile Brown was once a hawker. Vic Masluodola of the Banco Tuch fame was once a hawker. Some are yet to be discovered. For real, yes, some are yet to be discovered. One of the greatest marketing techniques of a hawker is music. Soda baridi hapo basi biskuiti na suruali ya mtoto. Na mtoto. Haya basi maji hapo mahindi torch na panga. Hizo vitu zote. Mse moja ako nazo. Now for a moment, I thought Timidat was also a hawker, but I clarified that he was a garbage collector. Haters say that what he used to collect is what he's now releasing as music. Nyi watu. Wait. Wacheni hizo mazi. Timidat is a great artist. I'm a big fan. Watu wache hizo. Timidat is a great artist. Now, the hawkers issue will forever be a cat and mouse game if the problem is not solved from the root. In 2007, President Kibaki opened the Mudhurwa market as the official hawkers joint at a cost of 700 million shillings. But looking at Mudhurwa now, you wish the government called 700 hawkers to the side and gave them 1 million bob each. At least that way lives would have changed. The original plan included a 24-hour market with basic facilities like water, restrooms, lighting, a hospital, a police station, multi-storage stalls, a banking hall, an administration office. Of all the above mentioned, I know of the police station. But what I don't get is, why is it there in the first place? Because behind the Mudhurwa police station, there is a notice reading, park at your own risk. That's like an admission from the police that Mudhurwa is not safe. The market does not even have proper sanitation. In fact, some traders have to cross all the way to the Machakos country bus to relieve themselves. You see, from Mudhurwa to Machakos country bus ni 7 minutes if you're walking. Lakini kama unaendesha, it can be an hour or so. And that explains why so many people have given up along the way. Kwanza kwa flyover ndio watu wame give up sana. And that is one of the main things that discourage potential customers from visiting the market because, again, lazima ujue kutipito. Now, for 700 million shillings, hapo tuligongwa. But hiyo si mara ya kwanza. NYS scandal ilikuwa Mudhurwa na 92 million ya kutoa. See, Mudhurwa was also a flop because fixing hawkers to one joint kills the idea behind hawking, which is to sell on the move, primarily for the convenience of the customer. How much commitment do you think you need to move from your office on Kimathi Street to Mudhurwa ndio kule mahindi ya kuchemshwa? Na tujaongea security bado. Kaslay Queen kameshikwa mahali huko chini. Ati, hey, they have beard me my handbag and my phone. Na wakanifuta eyebrows. Hey, madam. Wamekunyongea wapi? Si hapo Globe roundabout nikiendea Mayai Boiro Kirinyaga Road. Seriously. And see, this is a problem. That would be a very sad Instagram video, by the way. Slay Queens, pick that if you want the issue solved. Now, security is crucial. See, the U.S. Gishu county government came up with a brilliant idea to have all the hawkers get uniforms and badges for identifications. Sounds brilliant. As in, hawkers wa Nairobi, imagine if walikuwa wapewe uniform, wava uniform, saa kanjua anajua anakimbiza nani. Sasa hii ni ngumu sana au mix na watu. Msema amevaa suit hivi lakini akona mama hindi huku ndani zinamchora. Haizi songa. I wish wanzaleta hiyo story ya uniform in Kenya, but for Kanjo na hawkers, they know how to do that. I wish they can bring that for pickpockets and phone snatchers Nairobi or kuwe na uniform. Just to do away with the element of surprise. Ukiona mtu amevaa hivi unajua huyu hana ni yapoa na simu yako. Unajua? And the hawkers menace is an issue that needs to be solved. They are also human beings that they need to make a living. But then in the same breath, hawkers wao wenyewe, what are you doing to make sure ile environment unafanya kazi is clean? This is a problem that involves everyone. We take a short commercial break. We'll be right back with our guest on the show tonight, Okiya Omtatah, to help us break this down even further. Welcome back to the Weekend Edition. I'm Dr. Kingori. We are discussing the hawkers menace in town. And our guest on the show tonight is Okiya Omtatah, an activist and one of the most committed people to matters of public interest. This is how committed he is. He got 6 of his teeth knocked out sababu walikataa kukula hongo. For real, I imagine you're like, utakula hongo? Seriously, that's how committed he is. Okiya Omtatah, mambo?
Sijambo.
Karibu sana kwa show yetu.
Asante.
Karibu sana. Uko na kesi ngapi sasa so far?
I don't keep track.
You don't keep track?
Yeah.
Ni mingi hivyo.
I would spend all my time trying to know which ones are there.
Anasema hivyo kwa sababu evidently he lives in and out of police cells, like part time. Before we talk about the cases, first of all, before you got into activism, before everything else happened, you were studying priesthood.
Yeah. I trained to be a Catholic priest. But I did not live because of any issue of faith or morality.
Yes.
I got involved in an accident.
Oh.
Which was life-threatening.
Okay.
And it forced me to discontinue my studies.
Pole sana. Yeah. But either way, you have children, you still
became
a father.
But I didn't lose my faith. Okay. I became a father with a small f.
Okay, sawa. We are dealing with hawkers. Have you taken interest in the treatment of hawkers hapa Nairobi?
Hawking must be understood in terms of the economy. And today you have people who have done law hawking, you have had lawyers hawking on the streets, you have got engineers hawking on the streets. People are training in colleges, there are no jobs. We have an economy that is not creating employment. So to solve the question of hawking, we must have a multi-pronged attack. We must expand the economy, create formal jobs, and then create regulations whereby hawkers can then hawk.
You want the face of the president, the first president, removed from money?
The face, yeah, that's the law.
And it will cost, the governor of the CBK says that it will cost 18 billion shillings to get rid of the president's image.
He doesn't tell us how much it costs to keep it on. You should have said that much.
It's there.
No, that money is always new. Does anybody have any notes? Everybody pick up a note. If you have any note on you.
You have notes here.
Any currency notes? Anybody has any currency notes? If you look, I also have a 51 here.
Okay.
Now, if you look at what's the date here? On the right-hand corner, that old note.
16th July 2010.
What's the date on the date on this note, a new note?
16th July 2010.
Who is cheating who? Who is fooling who?
You see, the problem, this one actually, let me show you. this one actually looks fairly new. They are 1,000 shillings. Looks fairly new. The 50 shillings looks fairly old. Means this is confirms the theory that 50 bob actually been used as a bribe. Sana sana. Hii. Sana. So, aya, tuendelee now.
So when you look at this,
Yes.
they're engaging in falsehoods.
Okay.
And why is Moi's money picture not on the money?
Because
Moi
they
was
haven't
just
taken
Moi was
photos.
just the other day before Kenyatta. In fact, Moi has got better shots because Kenyatta died before digital. Moi has got digital pictures. Why is it not on the money? Yeah, that's the narrative we are trying to get rid of. The falsehood of making this country look like it belongs to some people and not to others. And I'll tell you the reason why they came to do that.
Yes.
Somebody go to the library in Nyeri, public library.
Yes.
I travel a lot. I was in the public library in Nyeri.
Yes.
And they just at the reception, we've got presidents of Kenya. There's a picture of Mr. Jomo Kenyatta. There's a picture of Mwai Kibaki. There's a picture of Uhuru Kenyatta.
Yes.
There's no picture of Arap Moi. Why? He was never president of Kenya.
Okay.
Those are some of the things we need to deal with. Those are the narratives. Call there. You've got a correspondent in Nyeri. So these are things that are distorting this country. When you come to the question of the war for independence,
Yes.
they have overplayed the Mau Mau. They did a good job in Central Province.
Yes.
They fought for their rights in Central Province. But the Mau Mau did not fight in Busia. They did not fight in Garissa. They did not fight in the coast. There were people who fought there. And if you go on the list of the African movements that were banned, there were about 20 of them. Not only the Mau Mau. So you cannot make the liberation story of Kenya to be the story of the Mau Mau. It's not true. And those are the things, like the Nandi had an 11-year resistance war. There's no monument anywhere in the capital city to that, in the memory of that. Those are the things we are complaining about. The Kisii, first massacres, they were looted. People like Otenyo, you never even see Otenyo in the history book anywhere.
So
unless you got folklore. So the history of the narrative that is wrong in this country, that is perpetuating distortions that are not allowing us to become one nation. And that's what I'm also determined to get rid of.
Who is responsible for selling those theories?
It's the elite who find them easy to deceive and sustain power.
Okay.
And also that thing of, if you look at the way we fight for power in this country, look at NASA. What is NASA? It's 3 big communities, the Kamba, the Luo, the Luya.
Yes.
What is Jubilee? 2 big communities, the Kikuyu and the Kalenjin. We are told we have got 42 tribes. Where are the other tribes?
Good question.
So and that's why the problem of Kenya is these big 5 tribes. And these big tribes, the Kikuyus are big, but are not just in Central. They are all over. The Luyas are big, but are not just in Kakamega. They are all over. Same to the Luo, same to the Kalenjin, same to the whatever. So if we are living in all these spaces around the country, we cannot afford to tell a Turkana, kwani nyinyi Turkana mko wangapi? We Samburu wewe, nyamaza, mko wangapi? Those kind of things, and these are things that are destroying this country. We must go to a point whereby we are all citizens, and even an El Molo, who are not even 10,000, should be able to campaign and be a president of Kenya if he has got the good ideas and if he can lead this country.
I second that 100%. I am for that. I am for that.
And that's what we have to fight. And we can only fight that if we destroy these narratives of domination.
One of the most popular incidents that you have is you change yourself to was it a police station?
The police headquarters.
Yes, the police headquarters.
Yeah.
Alafu ukapatia mtu funguo aende nayo. You gave someone the key aende nayo ndio ikae for long, like throwing away the key. But sasa in this case, you gave it to someone.
What happened is that there was a journey to that place that took about 3 days. You remember at the time when we were having this so-called post-election violence?
Yes.
And some people reached out to me who trusted me. And they had information that something very bad was going to happen in Eldoret, in Kisumu, and in Kakamega. which was supposed to try and intimidate. Those were the hotbeds where people are resisting.
Yes.
So this guy told me, we need to get this information out. This is the evidence. We have got this information. We can't give it out because we are part of the system.
Yes.
But we want somebody to bring it out.
Yes.
So they reached out to me. I tried to call a press conference. Remember, Michuki had banned the media.
Yes.
You could not cover anything. The media could not come.
Yes.
So I went to the Basilica during my usual meditations, and I said, give me a way to get this message out. So my mind opened up and said, why don't you look for a way to get yourself chained at the police headquarters? That alone will bring the media.
Yes.
And then tell them what you know and what you have. That's what I did, and it worked. In fact, I ended up addressing the international media, not just the Kenyan media. And it worked perfectly. So I told this taxi man that I wanted to go to Nairobi West.
Yes.
To take this chain to Nairobi West where I needed to do some business.
Yes.
So he told me he wanted 500 shillings. Remember, I have only 300.
Yes.
So he bargained. I told him, look at the way the country is. People are fighting, the shops are closed, what have you. So he said, okay, nitachukua hiyo pesa. And I told him, but let us go. I want to pick something at the police headquarters. There's somebody waiting for me there to pick up, and then we go. Take Haramba Avenue, then we go down. So when we got there, I put the chain. It was a very heavy thing. I put it on the back seat.
Yes.
I sat on it, and I began tying. You know, this part of the body is very strong. If you have done martial arts, this is the strongest.
You have done martial arts?
Yes. And this is the strongest part. This is the strongest part of your body. So I wrapped it here and left on the end, and I put in there at the end of the padlock. So when I got there, I told him, that's the person. I told him, maybe slow down. When the man slowed down, I opened the door, and he saw me come out with that thing. He zoomed off, but I had already paid him.
Yes. He
zoomed off. So me, I dashed to my target, and I locked it. When the policeman came running, he could do nothing. He just told me, up and said, "Umetoboa."
Oh, they could have stopped you.
They could have stopped me, but I reached there before they could. I snapped it on. Then they came trying whatever they wanted to try, but I had those papers.
So what were you doing while they were trying to cut it? Like, how did you keep yourself busy? Like, waiting for them to...
No, I was addressing the people who were passing around, telling them what it is I wanted to say.
Oh,
and eventually the media came, because I couldn't...
While addressing them, polisi wanakata nyororo hapa.
Hawakuwa wanakata. Walikuwa wanatafuta vile watakata.
Oh, hawakuwa wamefika pati ya kukata.
Walikuja na ile kitu yao ikaenda hivi. So akasema
so that's another crime. Will be charged with destruction of public property.
Hiyo ni hao ndio walidestroy, sio mimi. Wakaenda wakaleta wengine kutoka City Hall, pia ikavunjika.
Yes.
They used a gas cutter
to cut
the chain. And that was enough time for me to address my audience.
Please tell us your source of motivation. I don't think it's a very hard choice between 6 of your teeth and 9 million.
It was 10.
10 million.
10 teeth. I don't have 10 teeth.
10.
These are wires. I don't have 10 teeth. And I've got plastic here, and they broke my skull here, and they broke my skull here.
Just because you refused to...
I refused 9 million shillings. I don't feel kwa pipa. I'm a proud man.
Oh, pride.
I like money, but I can't take that money. If you give me clean money, hata shilingi mbili ukinipa sahi clean, nitachukua niende ninunue sweet peremende hapa barabarani.
You used to wear dresses to protect you from the evil eyes of the neighbors because a boy child was gold back then. When did you quit wearing dresses?
Well, my grandmother had a bit of a creative imagination.
Superstitious.
No, creative.
Yes.
Not superstitious. So she believed that I could suffer the evil eye. So she disguised me for quite a while as a girl. But when I went to school, I had, of course, to begin wearing a uniform. And so I could not wear a skirt. I had to wear a pair of shorts and whatever.
But you could wear a short on one side. Unaingia pande moja.
Haitatosha. So we had that, but maybe it was a liberating moment for me. Yes. I can say I've lived part of my life as a woman. So,
I think that you could go with the first statement. You lived part of your life as your wife.
yeah. And that could be good.
Yeah. Thank you very much for coming on our show. Asante sana.
Nashukuru.
I hope tukikuita.
Not so short.
Yes.
I'm happy when I see young people because I see the future.
Yes.
In the circles I mix, we meet a lot of old people.
Yes.
When you look like everything is dying around you.
That's it for the weekend edition. See you next week. My name is Dr. Kingori.